We just want to focus on what God has done in 2021. We've seen Him do some incredible things, and we were hoping to do this in person, but we feel like it's going to be, in the middle of January before we talk about all that's gone on. So let's go ahead and do that this morning.
As fast as 2021 went by the time 2022 gets to the end, we'll be like, well, we didn't talk about 2021.
And we want to do that this morning. And so a few things, because of your generosity and faithfulness to the Lord in giving in 2021, we were able to see an increase in our giving in particular areas. And it has been exciting to watch how the church has ministered in 2021. And as we've talked about before, how it has looked even different in some cases. But we've added on new missionaries.
Yeah, we added Ken and Jane Cash, missionaries to Bulgaria, who actually arrived at the end of December in Bulgaria. And they're serving there now for the next 2 years before they come back home. Be great this year to add some more missionaries to our list, because there's plenty of missionaries out there that need some support. And right now we have a chance this year to start giving more to those new missionaries.
That's right. And then also with that, we did our very first in 2021 mission trip as a church, going to Erie, Pennsylvania. Jeremy took a team. There were 4 men, and our church was able to support them. Say, hey, you guys go. We want you to go do the work. They were able to be a blessing to the family there.
Yeah. I want to say thank you for that too, because without you guys and without the support of the church, we couldn't have gone and been a support to that church. And so, thank you.
And with that, we also recently, if you remember, did a special offering for the Tornado Relief Fund for the Free Will Baptist Masters Men. With the devastation of the tornadoes that took place before Christmas, we were able to take up an offering for that, take up an offering for the coat drive.
That's right.
We've given FCA.
The coat drive, we were able to get over 50 coats given.
Yes, and that was through Megan Skinner and the Children's Health Services. She helped us with that.
Did you notice there were some brand new Carhartts in there too?
Yes, amazing coats that you all gave.
They didn't fit us, so we put them back in the box.
Yeah, they went back to the children that they were designated for. But nonetheless, we were just excited the opportunity, even before Christmas, being able to bless our widows, the widowers, and giving them a gift. Just showing them our appreciation as a church, and to show them that they're not forgotten, that we love them, and just other opportunities. The women's shelter giving to the washer
and dryer.
Can't even say it. Washer machine.
Washer
machine and a dryer.
But no, you sent me a text that said, hey, there was a ministry in Wilmington that needed a washer and dryer. Hey, what should we do? And we're like, buy a washer and dryer. Let's do it. Yeah. And because at that time, that was a lot of money out of our account. It was the beginning of the year. We weren't sure, but you know what? God bless that.
And continues to do so in times where we're like, man, what do we do here? And we feel like God has opened many doors for us to be able to bless, and also He's blessed us in return. Operation Christmas Child Shoeboxes, able to do that this year. And then also the Love for HG 5K, we were able to be involved as a church. With Jeremy and Emily, they were able to go and help at different stations. And for that, we were thankful to be able to be a blessing to the Currington family there. And just again, ministry looked a little different this year in ways of giving and ways of serving. But we are so thankful for it.
The thing that I learned from it was just to be faithful to God. When God puts on your heart a need, or you see a need, be faithful and do it, and He's going to bless you.
That's right. Some of the church ministries, I'm reading on your wife's text here coming through the iPad, but nonetheless, church ministries, the College House, one of my favorite ministries here at Maranatha is just having a house that we were able to provide for college students. We've had it for 2 or 3 years now, and over the course of 2021, we've seen 7 different people move in and out of the house. They're getting engaged, they're getting married, they're moving on with life, and it's been an incredible opportunity, and we're so thankful for the work that went in 2021. David, Easy, Mark, all these guys, we may have forgotten Riley, who have helped just immensely with the amount of work that went on in that house.
The house looks so different than it used to.
Yes.
The paint job you did on the house before, the work on the inside, Mark did a great job on the outside, to where Macy's wedding, the photos, you wouldn't have known that it was over at the College House next door. I mean, it was beautiful little location for wedding photos.
And then tell us about one of the remodels that was really exciting this past year was the children's wing.
That children's wing, we that was a big project. I think we started the project like, oh yeah, it's going to be easy. It's only going to be like $10,000. We'll knock the wall out. It'll be fine. It took a little longer than we had planned, which, as my wife will tell you, if I think something's going to take an hour, it's really going to take about 3 hours. And that was the same thing with this project, but it was great to see the transformation from it being 2 offices and knocking the wall out, being able to make a space just for our kids to have a place to come and to worship Christ and learn about Him. And the fact that we had people from even outside of Maranatha give towards that project was great because, yeah, we see how important it is as a church to minister to our kids and to our community. But it's always great to see people outside of Maranatha that are like, hey, I want to bless you guys and I want you guys to continue on your mission of serving Christ.
Yeah.
And with that, too, we even had an increase in our children's workers this year.
Yes.
Which is great.
And it's always a great thing when we have volunteers and people sign up. And man, continue that. We thoroughly enjoy and love having people help minister in that capacity. Also with the Children's Wing Project, we also did the Welcome Center, as you guys are well accustomed to. In the morning, you come and get your donut and coffee, and hopefully while you're watching this, you're eating your donut, coffee, whatever you got going on. But also we're thankful because we were able to get a baptistry. A family in the church provided the resources for that, and we were able to build our own awesome little custom-made baptistry, which also is twofold purpose. It is also our desk, welcome area table.
Hey, storage is key.
It is, and so multi-purpose, simplicity. And but anyway, speaking of baptisms and baptistries, we had 7 people baptized in 2021, and we had 9 membership people that have joined the church in partnership with the ministry here as their church family, and we've been so encouraged. And man, as we celebrate just all these things this past year, we're excited to see what God is going to do in the years to come.
That's right. And with that, our membership class is going to be coming up soon, and the end of January 30th, we're going to host that. And if any of you want to partner with Maranatha and see what the ministry Maranatha is about, just reach out to us, email us, comment down below, call us. You can go on our website as well and get some information about that. But we'd love for you to partner with us here as we continue this new year of 2022 and reaching Christ, or reaching the community for Christ. And also, January 16th, we're going to have some more baptisms. So our first service face-to-face again is going to be a baptism service, which is going to be great to see God already starting our new year off with faithful people that are ready to commit their lives to Him.
That's right. And so if you want to be baptized, let us know. Send us a video. Send us a text, comment in the video. Let us know. Reach out to us if you want to be baptized. Also, a few more things before we wrap up. Our IF gathering was the women's conference that took place at Maranatha through Right Now Media, which went really well. Yeah. Then we had the marriage night, which is one of our funnest, greatest events I feel like we do in the year. That's really encouraging. Man, this year did not disappoint. And then we had our first ever VBS. And all these things, again, got shifted around with COVID. Things kind of messed it up. But man, God sure did bless and all of that.
Yeah, VBS kind of, 4 times we rescheduled. We kept pushing back. And at one point it was, but you know what? Maybe we shouldn't do VBS this year. But you know what? Of everything that we did last year as a church, I think VBS was probably one of the best things that we did. We may not have had a lot of kids show up, but the fact that we had a lot of volunteers that were ready to get in and to serve and to see the kids that were here being excited to worship and singing and dancing and arts and crafts and games. And I mean, you were the games director, and I think half the fun was you splashing water and stuff on the kids.
Yes. We had a ball. But man, guys, as we look at 2021, it is amazing to look what God has done. But even what's more exciting is that we are here in 2022. God has a plan. Even though we're online, God still has a plan. He is still working. And we are just so thankful for the opportunity to see what God is going to do in 2022 as we continue on with our mission of give and go. Yeah. This will be the heartbeat of our church, our DNA, and who we are, and the culture that we establish here is that, man, we want to be a church that gives and a church that goes, doing exactly what God has commanded us to do and equipping the saints, taking the gospel to the nations, and we're able to do that through your faithfulness, through what God is doing through His people.
And that's one thing I think I love about Maranatha is that, and you've said it several times before too, but it may be a small church, but it's a small church with a big impact. And that's because you have a church full of faithful believers that are willing to give when they can't go. They're willing to go when they can't give, and they're willing to serve where they need to serve.
Yeah, that's right. Well, guys, look, we're going to close. I say close. We're not going to close. We're going to close this segment